Welcome to the Light, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It doesn't matter what time you listen to this podcast. Welcome everybody to Lights, Camera, Rant. And the reason why I am absolutely jacked at the moment is because this past weekend has got me so fired up, so excited for what has just been announced, what is coming, that I cannot contain my excitement. For anyone who was watching my Instagram over the weekend would know exactly what I am talking about, because holy shit, are we all excited? Like, you guys all know what I'm going to be talking about. Marvel absolutely dominated San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend. If you are a Marvel fan right now, it is a great time to be alive. I'm not even going to get into telling you guys to follow on social media or talk about the merch store, nothing about housekeeping. We are going to dive right into this episode. So strap yourselves in, pour yourself a drink. You guys, for anyone who's new, welcome. The energy is extremely high for this particular episode because I cannot contain my excitement. For anyone who's reoccurring, you know exactly what is installed. You will know exactly why I am so psyched. So, this past weekend, obviously, we got the San Diego Comic-Con of 2022. Now, in my last episode, I said, keep your expectations at medium or low. Don't let them get too high, just in case something doesn't happen that you want it, or something does get announced that you're not overly happy with the time frame, just in case. So I kept my expectations very low, and honestly, they were completely smack right in the mouth. I honestly could not believe what we saw. But let's just do one thing first, and let's talk about the other side of the fence that no one really gave a shit about. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. No one really gave a shit about DC over this past weekend. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people right now going, oh no, I gave a shit. Guys, come on. Let's be honest. The DC's in shambles. They had two major announcements this past weekend, and let's be honest, that was completely overshadowed with everything that's happened. Everything that Marvel announced was completely overshadowed anything and everything. And I'm not talking about this just as a pure fan. Social media, the entirety of the event, overshadowed everything from what Marvel announced. Now, I will give props. So for this past weekend, there was a Black Adam section, and The Rock did arrive in his full gear of being Black Adam, which you can check out my Instagram page, which you will see because we did share it. It looks sick. The whole thing of him rocking up in the costume, the electrifying around, it was really good the way he's done it. So props to him for that. And we did get a new trailer. I will admit this new trailer only goes for about, I think, a minute and a half. Doesn't go very long, but it's a lot more action-packed. And I would say it's actually a lot more serious, which I was expecting on the first trailer. But this one it still maintained the hype for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to go watch it because it's the next big superhero blockbuster movie coming out, which, guys, that will be on October the 20th. Which, oh my God, when that comes around, shit, 3/4 of the year is gone. Fuck. Gee God, I just can't believe that. But, the trailer, there was a couple more scenes in that. Amanda Waller is in it. So that's good to see, showing them all the connections to the DCEU, which The Rock has mentioned the fact that the DCEU is still in strong force. And the fact that it will be shaped different from the Snyderverse compared to everything else. However, it's interesting because when you flip it over, we also got the Shazam trailer, Real quick, we flipped to the Shazam trailer for the Fury of the Gods, and Ben Affleck's Batman was in the trailer. I'm like, so I guess he is Batman in this universe. So I guess Ben Affleck will return besides the Flash. Guess we'll find out, won't we? But yeah, the panel for the panel for Black Adam was really good. At the same time, for me personally, not completely taking away the fact I'm a massive Marvel fanboy. It's the first real trailer didn't really grab me, and I found too many similarities when I was thinking about it when I was watching it, and I'm expecting something different. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to be going when that comes out, and because The Rock, he doesn't do, to his credit, the man doesn't do anything half-ass. Everything is 110%. So what we should see in that movie is him putting a lot of effort in. So I'm very curious on that side of things, not just from the very first trailer. So on the other side of the fence, as I mentioned, we also got our first trailer for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Now, draw your mind back. Now, this was originally meant to be coming out 2023, and what we were meant to get instead was the Flash. So they got swapped around for some reason. Who knows? DC does anything they want, throws anything to the wall and hope it sticks. Anyway, so we got the first trailer for that, and very akin to the first movie. We get to see more of the family. We get to see, Billy still very much enjoying his powers. So there's still that kitty aspect, that family. Because now they've all got powers, and we see, obviously the brand new villains coming into it. Helen and Lucy Liu, both appearing as new bad guys because they want the power of the Shazam's power. And look, guys, tell me what you think. Like, I watched it, and still it didn't fully grab me. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the first Shazam, it's one of the most solid entries in DCEU to date. However, watching the trailer, I was just like, okay, yeah, I get it, family, get it, powers, yep, honest, yep, got it. But I was like, wasn't blown away at all to it. And the thing is, I also believe the fact that the movie is going to be murdered. It's going to be the box office is not going to be very good because it's coming out in December 21st. You know what else is coming out in December? Avatar 2. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Avatar will beat the box office of its predecessor, but it's going to make very decent coin, and I have no doubt it is going to destroy Shazam. Straight away. I call it up, take it as you will, but yeah, Shazam, it's... I will probably most likely still go see it without a shadow of a doubt because, it is DC, 100%. However, yeah, just not blown away, not be like, wow, I just can't wait to see Shazam. Oh, we could have got The Flash with Michael Keaton. That would have been a lot better, but hey, here we are with DC just flying whatever is the wall. Because remember, DC's promo at the beginning of the year, 2022 is the year of heroes. Well, that was a lot of bullshit, wasn't it? Oh, God. But that was the other side of the fence we got for DC. So that came out on the first day. So definitely go check out the trailers. Let me know, guys, what you think. Like, are you excited to see these two movies come out? How do you feel, seeing them? Does it interest you a lot? Or you're like more like me who's like, yeah, I'll go watch it, but kind of meh. Like, honestly, I'd rather see the Black Adam over Shazam. Shazam is not on my high priority list. But let's jump over the big fence, which, as I just said, holy shit! We got so much this weekend. So much more than I didn't think we would get because of the fact that we're still at D23, the Disney convention, and I was banking on the fact that, we would get some announcements, but not like everything, everything that came out, everything came out. I think we get some. They'll probably hold more for D23, but no. Kevin Feige bought his A game this past weekend, and to all the people that say that an MCU is dead after Endgame, you can all shut the F up. And all the people like, I don't know what is happening with Phase 4. It seems to be awfully lost. Like, I don't know what's happening because I can't read between the lines. You can also shut the F up, because here is the plan, the rest of the plan of Phase 4. Here is the rest of the plan of Phase 5. And we also got Phase 6. We got the next 3 phases, the outline of what is coming, which is bloody insane. Not to mention that I didn't even think that we were going to even get anything close to Phase 6. But I would think the fact that I was kind of surprised we got Phase 5 as much as we did. I thought we would only just get the start, but not the whole thing. So, what we're going to be doing for this particular what we're going to be doing is we're going to be diving into every single announcement, movie that got mentioned, and what's yet to come, and when they're coming out. So, at the very first, they had the animation section of what's yet to come. Now, a couple of these shows we already knew was coming, but what we got was a few more details. We got some concept art. So straight off the bat, we got concept art of X-Men 97. So X-Men 97 is a sequel to the old 90s cartoon, which we can see from the art style is very close to the TV show. They've been very true to that. And obviously, at the end of that show, Xavier passed away. So spoiler for anyone who's watched it. And Magneto will be leading the X-Men. It looks like he will also have an updated design as well. And the show looks to be very kin to, obviously, that predecessor. So it looks very good. Very interesting to see how this is going to go. Can't wait to hear that X-Men intro theme. Wondering if they're going to keep it just the same, or they're going to do a nice little touch to it. Give me this is the new show. So that is anticipated. That is coming fall of 2023. Another show that obviously was already announced, but we got concept art, was Spider-Man Freshman Year. So that will be that will be season 1. Season 2 has already been greenlit as the sophomore year. So we will be in season 1 and season 2 of the Spider-Man show. Tom Holland is not returning to voice. Now we got the concept art. It looks really good. Definitely like the animation style. Definitely like akin to that Spider-Man Homecoming. But the thing is, which I can't understand. So when this show originally got announced, this was meant to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, his early years of how he became Spider-Man, and went through the journey, figured out all the powers and all that. Because we didn't get that in the MCU. We kind of just jumped into a particular point because we're already seeing it so many times on screen. The interesting thing for this is the fact that from the concept art, we see that Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, is replaced with Norman Osborn. We also get the fact that some of the other characters have also, I think Ned got altered into it, like a completely different design for him, which is interesting because this is meant to be very MCU based. So it looks like it's going to be a bit half and half between staying in line with the MCU to obviously being an interpretation. Obviously some liberties with it in changing things up. So that's got a lot of people confused on that point, which I am one of those people. Because I'm like, if they didn't say it was going to be his origin story in the MCU, then it'd be fine. No questions asked. But because they said that, it's going to be a little bit interesting to see how that's all going to come about. But all the concept art, all the villains that look like they're going to rock up, it looks really cool. So that is coming 2024 at this stage. So don't expect a trailer anytime soon. for that particular one, but obviously we're going to, in a year's time, I have no doubt we'll get a trailer for it straight away. Another one, now this completely took me from surprise. Now, this got announced last year, they're making a Marvel Zombies animated TV show, which obviously stemmed off the What If series season 1. But that's not even the most interesting thing. Like, we knew this was coming, but what it is, it's going to be TVMA. It's going to be blood and gore animation in the show, which, holy shit, yes. Yes. So that's above anything else about that show, that's what's really taken me away. Is like, Marvel I've just gone straight, as I said, punched directly in the mouth, the fact that this is going to be MA, which kind of puts your faith in it, the fact that, we as the seasoned viewers and fans, we're still getting that more adult stories, and we're more happy about, they're still appealing to us as well. There's also concept art of that. Again, they're doing a mixture, obviously, across the board between all the characters. So, we're getting Shang-Chi, we're getting Kate Bishop in the lineup, we're getting Jimmy Woo, Elizabeth Olsen will be in What If Season 2, which I'll get into. But as you know, with the show, they've completely mixed up with different characters. So we're going to see new and old characters for Marvel Zombies. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that all comes about. And Marvel Zombies is coming in 2024. But for obviously those all older fans, you're going to be in for a treat. Because if you go and have a look at some of the cover art for the Marvel Zombie comics, they're not PG. Like, there was no way you could have made this a PG version as like a full show. Yes, they could have done it. They did it in the What If series, which was still pretty dark in all aspects, but you couldn't do it with the whole show. So that's the animations that that's the animation shows we also got. And obviously we already knew we're getting What If Season 2, and they've also greenlit What If Season 3. Now, unfortunately, What If Season 2, we anticipated that it was going to come this year. I think it was originally announced it was going to come this year. However, that's been pushed back to early 2023. So I would say we should get that in Feb or March next year, or let alone it could be the very first show to kick off the bat, just like what Moon Knight was. So I can't wait for the What If. A lot of people didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. I just like the animation style, how these characters were treated, and just the different story aspects, especially the last episode. Was it Guardians of the Multiverse? Oh, Guardians of the Multiverse. I really like that aspect with Ultron. The fact that so many voice actors also came back had that really nice touch. So it was really good to see. I'm really excited the fact that they've done the Season 2 and Season 3. And obviously, as I mentioned, Phase 4 will be coming to a close. We got Phase 5, and they announced Phase 6. And, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the Multiverse Saga. Whoa, yeah. Everyone's already clapped for the past weekend. Yes, Kevin Feige has confirmed the fact that the next phase in the MCU after the Infinity War saga is the Multiverse Saga. Now, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of already knew that was going to be called. It was going to be about the multiverse, but it's been got an official title. They had hats that looked fantastic. I was like, oh, I want one. Apparently they're exclusive, so I need to hunt one down, or I'll just go make myself my own. I hope Marvel's not listening. But if Marvel's looking for a job, please hire me. I'm all up, especially if you want, test screenings. I'm all up for that. So let's run through what we're going to get. So for the rest of Phase 4, we're going to have She-Hulk, and we're going to have Black Panther. Black Panther, coming in November, will be the last movie of Phase 4. Now, thank God, they did drop a trailer for Black Panther, which, oh my God, so gut-wrenching. So gut-wrenching. The trailer is so powerful, and it only goes for like a minute and a half, but it is so powerful in what we get to see. So a lot of theories did come true for this. It will be Wakanda going to war against Atlantis. And we will see the MCU debut of Namor, the Submariner, which is the Marvel's version of Aquaman and Atlantis. That's going to be our version. It's funny, when I was watching the trailer, I got really big Avatar vibes from it. A couple of points. So we do get to see Namor, and obviously we get to see the Atlanteans. So it's gonna be so that looks like they're gonna be, that's going to war for Wakanda forever. And we also get to see a lot of returning characters. We also get to see Riri Williams, who will be debuting in her own show, which is Ironheart, which I will get to that. And then we also get to see Black Panther, only the back. So we don't know who's wearing the suit, but we do see Black Panther at the very end of the trailer. And, it starts off very, very, very sad with everything that's happened. But, and it's a very powerful trailer, and it just sets the tone of moving forward. And this is going to be, a very epic MCU film. I think it's going to be just as powerful as the very first Black Panther. Ryan Coogler, I think that's his name, the director. And the crew, looks like they've sculpted something very special. And the thing is, if this is ending Phase 4, that's also going to have some weight into it as well. Just thinking about it. But it's powerful. It's very powerful. You need to watch it, and it's I can't stress enough the fact that I'm so glad we got the trailer for it. I rewatched it today, and I'm still buzzing from the weekend. I was telling Mark My Words, I'm still so sorry for this. But yes, so Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. You also see in the trailer the fact that it is a mural for Chadwick Boseman, which you can see Wakanda writing, and I do believe someone translated it says "Long live the King," or "Still love the King." I think it says in Wakanda writing. So we do see that, and apparently on stage as well, the entire cast broke down, cried after the trailer, because this is a very emotional film. Ryan, the director, has also said this is very much a tribute to Chadwick Boseman as well, which is very sad, but I have no doubt they have sculpted something that will be fantastic for the Marvel movies, MCU moving forward, and a good tribute to Chadwick Boseman and his legacy and what he brought to that role. So very exciting to see that. And we also got a new trailer for the She-Hulk, which I like this trailer a whole lot more. We get to see her breaking the fourth wall, which she does in the comics. She breaks the fourth wall akin to Deadpool. We also get the fact we get to see Wong, who's basically becoming is what Nick Fury was in the Infinity Saga. He's popping up everywhere, trying to assemble the team that we're moving forward. We also get at the very end, we get a glimpse of Daredevil in his grey and yellow suit, from his original suit from the comics. He makes an appearance, very cameo right at the end. You don't see Charlie Cox's face, but he will be in as well. This trailer has made me so more excited for the She-Hulk, and I can't wait for that to come out. We also got a new poster as well. So, that's coming out in August. So, guys, strap yourselves in. That's going to be really cool moving forward. And look, to be honest with you, I've been seeing people saying, how the CGI doesn't look good. I'm like, it's not that bad. It looks like they've touched up a bit since the first trailer. So, it doesn't look too bad and not overly noticeable, which a lot of people you are criticizing. I'm like, just enjoy it, you bastards. So we do get that. Obviously, we're also meant to get, we are getting the I Am Groot TV show at the end of this, in August as well. 5 short films that released a trailer for that. So cute. Love Groot. And at the December, we're also meant to get Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. However, that wasn't mentioned at all. But the last time that was spoken, that was meant to come out at Christmas this year. So hopefully that's still the case. Another thing that didn't get mentioned before I keep going is that we didn't get any mention about Armor Wars. However, the writers did say it is still coming, it's still on the table, but there was no mention of it. It's not even on the slate. So it'll be interesting to see where that pops up. And then we get into Phase 5, which we'll start next year straight off the bat. We get Ant-Man Quantumania, which, now this sucks. This sucks. Now my good mate Ricky, who is big, who I've spoken to multiple times. Shout out to him because he was fantastic. He happened to be my inside man he was inside Comic-Con. He was letting me know everything that was happening. And apparently there was a trailer for Ant-Man 3 Quantumania. And so apparently there's little tidbits about the trailer, but apparently it's Ant-Man, Scott Lang is obviously well enjoying the fact, all the popularity. Apparently you see bits of his family, but the main thing in the trailer, right at the end, he bumps into Kang the Conqueror, and he's like, "Oh, I'm an Avenger," and I was like, "Oh, haven't I killed you before?" And apparently that's where the trailer ends, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So, guys, Kang will be making an appearance in Ant-Man 3, and that comes out first thing off the bat next year. And that is coming out in Feb. Oh my god, my eyes. Feb 17. So literally in Feb, we get Ant-Man 3. So that's going to be insane. It's good. The fact that we get to see Kang the Conqueror again. And then obviously, guys, go remember, this isn't going to be the same Kang in Loki. It's going to be different. It's going to be a different Kang. Because, Quantumania, the multiverse, and remember everything that he said, the fact that it was going to happen, so keep that in mind. But, it's insane the fact that we're going to get the villain, we're getting the next major villain in a movie for Ant-Man 3. So obviously Ant-Man isn't going to die. I don't think he will. I don't think he will die, but it's good and interesting to see when he's going to be the villain for a movie already. He's not going to be just working in the background like how Thanos was doing. He's going to be the main villain for a particular movie. So that's really going to see how that's all going to play out moving forward. But that kicks off Phase 5 first thing next year. Next, we get Secret Invasion with Samuel L. Jackson returning as Nick Fury, and I forgot his name as soon as the tip of my tongue. Talos, for who was King Captain Marvel. He also will be returning. We get a new logo for that as well. That's changed up. So that will be streaming a Disney Plus series. And that's going to be dealing with the Kree. That's going to be, obviously, anyone who knows, you know what the Secret Invasion is going to be about. So I'm so excited. Which basically, we get invaded. People get impersonated because they can shapeshift. The Skrulls, they can change, and they can start impersonating people and their powers. So I'll let that imagination go for you guys. But yes, that will be coming out spring 2023. Next up, movie-wise, we get Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming out May 5th, 2023, which will sadly be the last time that we see the original lineup of the Guardians of the Galaxy together. Apparently, after they released the trailer, they all broke down and cried. Unfortunately, just like the Ant-Man trailer, they haven't released it to the public. It's just a teaser. But apparently there was MODOK. He made an appearance into it. Oh no, sorry, MODOK. Sorry, my apologies. MODOK made an appearance in the Ant-Man trailer. Ant-Man trailer. So he'll also be appearing in that. He'll be making his MCU debut. But Guardians of the Galaxy, with High Evolutionary will be the villain. Adam Warlock will be in it. And it will be a backstory of Rocket. And from the teaser that got leaked, it looks very sad. Which, it's someone's going to die, guys. You got to get ready for that. Either, Rocket or Drax is going to die in this film, so be ready for it, because it's coming. It's coming, sadly. But, I can't... it's kind of sad. It's not kind of sad. Well, actually, it's kind of sad. Sorry, it is sad. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a movie that came out, and it was highly anticipated to be Marvel's first dud. This ain't going to work. You're trying to make a movie with a talking tree and a talking raccoon. Nah, that's not going to work. And James Gunn and the crew smashed it out of the park. And it is one of people's favorites of Marvel films. And, we originally meant to get this last year, but because everything happened with James Gunn, getting fired, rehired, and because he made Suicide Squad in that time, it's kind of sad, but James Gunn put on Instagram saying the fact that this was one of his favorite Comic-Cons. It was so emotional, and everyone cried after it. So obviously some characters will continue in the MCU. However, we don't know who, but that will be right off the bat from May the 5th. Now we're also getting Echo for summer 2023, which is the spin-off show from Hawkeye. I was just like, no. From Hawkeye, which we will see Daredevil. We in as well, and we see Elena. I think it's Elena is her name. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Elena, who obviously was the kick-ass standout from the Hawkeye TV show, who, she's actually really deaf in real life. And she nailed that role so good, so well. She was a standout from Hawkeye, and she kicked ass. And a lot of people are like, oh, why do we want to see a TV show about her? I'm like, I want to see a TV show about her. I have no doubt she's going to kick ass, and I think everyone else is going to be who's going to pop into it. So that's currently shooting right now, and it's called Echo. And what we're also will be getting summer next year as well is that we'll be getting Loki Season 2. That's currently filming right now. So over the moon for that. Can't wait. Obviously Morbius, Owen Wilson's returning. So where's that going to happen? Where is Kang going to appear? Where's that going to situate? And then on July the 28th, we get the Marvels. We get the Marvels, which will have both Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and I forgot her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can hear everyone screaming and going, how could you forget her name? Obviously, she made her debut in WandaVision. She will be making her appearance from that. And apparently, Kamala Khan, the actor, she has finished filming all her scenes. So that's going to be... so she's all done and dusted, which we could tell by the cruise that she appeared in. With Captain America. So that's Captain America and Carol Danvers. So obviously that's all done and dusted. Monica Rambeau. God, Lee. Monica Rambeau. Oh, God, shoot me. Monica Rambeau will also be appearing in it. So those three will be the Marvels. It's going to be very interesting to see the dynamic of all three of them and how they're going to interact. Because basically, one's a fan of Captain Marvel, and one's not so much a fan because of her mum. So that is coming. Obviously, we saw at the end of Miss Marvel. What's everything happening with that? So that's coming July the 28th, 2023. So next up, we also have, at the end of next year, we'll get Blade. Blade will be making his MCU debut physically, compared to the Eternals after credits scene after that, on November the 3rd, 2023. That is currently shooting at the moment. I can't wait for that. The new logo looks fantastic. It's my biggest thing is that how's this going to be in the MCU? Vampires, the action. It's going to be so good. And if you haven't watched it, go back and watch the first 2 Blades. If you really like Ryan Reynolds, watch the 3rd Blade. But the first 2 are just out of this world. And it's just straight up action, the music, it all fits together. So I'm very looking forward to Blade making his MCU debut, because he's gonna bring it. Especially if Moon Knight, Black Knight could be popping up. That's all the cards on the table. What we also will be getting in fall of 2023 is we'll be getting Ironheart with Riri Williams, who will be making her debut in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So basically, she builds her own Iron Man suit, and she's just as intelligent as Iron Man. Very inspired-esque character. So that's going to be cool to see how that's going to stem, like what will be her big connection to Iron Man, what will inspire her a lot. So we'll probably see a lot in that in Black Panther. But I'm very curious to see, the legacy of Iron Man will obviously continually be felt in the MCU for many years moving forward, as we've seen with Spider-Man, because, Robert Downey Jr. is the man who started it all. Also, we're also beginning is Agatha, Coven of Chaos, winter 2023 and 2024. So the titles changed for that from the, I think it was House of Darkness or Agnes, or that was the last one. So that will be coming as Agatha. Obviously, that's a spin-off show from WandaVision. So it's going to be interesting where that's going to situate, what she's going to be doing, and will Wanda be making her appearance? Because remember, Wanda is not dead. Also, what a big announcement that a lot of people got excited for is Daredevil will be making his MCU TV show debut with 18 episodes. Both Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio will be returning. So Kingpin. Can't wait for this, and just how this is all going to fit into the MCU. And obviously, both Vincent and Charlie are over the moon, are so excited to bring this, and what's going to be coming. So that's coming out spring of 2024, so they'll obviously start shooting next year. And we'll be getting in May the 3rd, 2024, we get Captain America 4 with Captain Sam Wilson as Captain America, New World Order. That's going to be really interesting to see how that's all going to play out, especially New World Order. And that is coming right before on July 26th, 2024, we get the Thunderbolts movie, which is essentially the Suicide Squad movie for Marvel, which we would see U.S. Agent Captain America, U.S. Agent Captain America, which we saw from Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we'll also be seeing Zemo will be making his return as well, and we're also going to be seeing Elena come back. Elena, obviously Black Widow's sister, was played by Florence Pugh. She'll be also coming back as well, and among other characters. So that's going to basically be the Suicide Squad Avengers team up movie. So that's going to be cool. The most thing I'm really interested in about that movie is the fact it's going to be from the villain's point of view, and also the fact is which heroes are going to appear in it. That's the next thing. It's like, what are they going to face as their adversary? So that's going to be very interesting. So that, as said, that's 2024. And what we're also getting is Phase 6. Now, I was not expecting them to mention Phase 6 at all. So we have a release date for Fantastic Four, which will be coming November the 8th, 2024. No mention of the cast, but we got a release date, which we didn't have previously. So that's fantastic. And in these next two films, I was not expecting either. So, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, you must strap yourselves in, because we will be getting 2 Avengers films. So, May 2nd, 2025, we have Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. And then, in November 7th, the same year, we will be getting Avengers, Secret Wars. These Avengers movies will be shot back to back. These are the next major Avenger films coming forward, which will obviously see a lot of the new team, the new lineup, and obviously pillars all appearing in these films. The interesting thing is, Secret Wars, the possibilities are bloody endless on who's going to appear, who's going to make an appearance. Anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. Anything is on the table. Anyone can appear. Any X-Men, any Hugh Jackman, Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Patrick Stewart. Anyone is on, and not even that, even other characters that haven't made their official MCU debut, just like how John Krasinski was Mr. Fantastic. Anything is on the table. So let your imagination fly. Absolutely fly. So my anticipation is the fact that Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, Kang will be the big villain, obviously, for that particular movie. And obviously he will battle. Something will happen in the end, which will lead to Secret Wars as an after effect while they were battling Kang. Now, obviously with Secret Wars and Black Panther 2, which is rumored, and with Fantastic Four, that Doctor Doom is lurking in the background, ladies and gentlemen, because in the comics Secret Wars, Doctor Doom was one of the big villains in that comic book series. And obviously, with Fantastic Four, obviously Doctor Doom. The reason for Black Panther 2 is because the fact there is a comic where Doctor Doom sends a elite team to go steal vibranium from Atlantis, causing a slight war between Atlanteans and Wakandians. So, very rumored the fact that Doctor Doom will make his MCU debut in a post-credit scene in Black Panther 2, which, if that is indeed the case, oh my god, I'm so excited. So excited, guys. So excited. So, guys, these are the major... We've got Avengers. We know when the next Avengers are coming out. Like, I almost sound, giddy like a school kid because I'm just so excited. But, like, this is what we're getting. This is what's the next line for coming up. And not to mention, I think it is 1,025 days to Avengers Kang Dynasty, and it's 1,217 to Avengers Secret Wars. But who's counting? Who's counting? I am. And everything that's coming out, like, honestly, it is not a better time to be a Marvel fan. You just saw all that. You just saw that lineup. And you know what's funny? That is not everything. Because you guys got to remember the fact we've got the Mutants movie that's meant to be announced for the X-Men. We've also got Deadpool 3 that's on the table. We've also got to get Doctor Strange 3. We'll also get Shang-Chi 2. Black Panther 3? These movies are still on the table that will have to be getting announced. So that is also there as well. Because... so there is so much content coming out that I do not feel overwhelmed. I don't feel like it's too much. I feel like Marvel has kept their hype train. They've kept the wheel spinning. They've got, no one. I will fight anyone any day of the week that goes to me, oh no, Kevin Feige doesn't know what he's doing. Bullshit. Utterly bullshit. Look what he's just announced. He literally walked into Comic-Con, announced all this, and left. The man knows the fact that they just dominated Comic-Con. No one can come scratch the surface of what Marvel's just done. The landscape that they have just set out for the next 3 years, is utterly outstanding. So as a Marvel fan, you need to strap yourselves in. You need to get Disney Plus. You need to get ready for all these. You need to have all these dates locked into your calendar and get ready for an absolutely wild ride. And no, I do not think the fact that, this is too much content, it's overwhelming, or the fact that, what was another one I saw was that it's all, the movies are shit, they're not doing, like, shut up. if you're a true fan, you'll be enjoying this entire wild ride, and you're not getting off the bus. You're not getting off the train. You're staying on for the long haul, and you're going to watch everything. You know, we're still going to get Moon Knight Season 2. You know, that's another thing that's still on the table. So there was so much still that hasn't been announced that we're still going to get in the next few years. So, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was utterly blown away, especially the fact that we got the Avengers films. You know, almost all the animation TV shows are all bonuses, you know. But, you know, both Black Panther 2 is going to be emotional. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be emotional. Like, it's going to be heavy hitters. Heavy hitters moving forward, guys. So, look, that is the major announcements that happened this past weekend. I tried my very best to keep you guys up to date with all this, you know, and as soon as it was all done and dusted, I could not be more excited to talk to you guys about the theories, everything that's running in my mind that could be happening, you know, and the fact that, you know, Ant-Man 3, Quantumania, we get to see Kang on full display before he makes his, you know, his MCU debut, you know, and, you know, Black Panther 2, if that's got Doctor Doom in it, you know, it's going to be fantastic. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's going to be gut-wrenching. You know, I'm really excited to know what's going to happen to the Marvels. You know, I can't wait for them to announce, you know, the cast of the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts movie, Cap 2. Oh, God. Honestly, please tell me you guys are excited. Please tell me that you cannot wait for what's coming next. And then, yeah, let's look at the other side. Oh, hi, DC. Oh. All right, let's look over here, guys. Let's start looking at DC because they don't even know who their Superman is. Which is very gut-wrenching. That's probably... now I mentioned Superman. Superman is probably the one thing that I was kind of disappointed in. Because there was a whole massive rumor going around the fact that Henry Cavill was going to appear at Comic-Con and they were going to announce Man of Steel 2. Unfortunately, as I'm recording this, that did not come to fruition. Which is really sad because that was probably the one thing, you know, if that did happen, that would have been like the most exciting thing for me for DC. I'm like, yes, they've got Warner Brothers, they've got their heads screwed on, they know what they're doing, and that's what's going to come. So, you know, really excited for that, but didn't come out. You know, they need to get Henry Cavill back. I don't know what you're doing, DC. You're just bullshitting and stuffing everything up. I trust me. You know, the thing is, like, you might say, oh, you're just bashing DC. You know, they make some better movies than Marvel. I'm like, yes, 100%. DC has made better movies. Now, in particular, some movies better than Marvel. But the thing is, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. You know, you got, on the other side of the fence, you got someone who's pumping out quality content again and again. You got someone going, like, rummaging through, like, a CD collection going, oh, that's shit. Oh, that's shit. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was shit. Oh, that was shit. Oh, that was good. Oh, that's good. No, that's shit. You know, when you look over to Marvel, it's almost a greatest hits pack. You're like, that was good. That was good. That was good. That's an interesting analogy. But, yeah, that's kind of what it was compared to. So... You know, and just Blade, you know, as well. You know, that's another one I can't wait for. We also got obviously further on, we also got a trailer and a first post for John Wick 4, which I cannot wait for John Wick 4. Just Keanu Reeves, the trailer looks so good. It's going to be so action-packed, so I can't wait for that next year. Love the poster too. I share that. It looks fantastic. Love it. So that was a surprise. Keanu Reeves was not on the table at all, so he surprised everybody with his appearance. Such a humble bloke, and you know, the type of man he is. But you know, I can't wait for John Wick. That is March next year, ladies and gentlemen. So strap yourselves in for that. But guys, you tell me, what is the biggest announcement from the past few days that you're overly excited for? Do you think it's too much? Do you think, you know, Marvel have just crammed everything together? Or are you generally excited? Are you excited to see Cap 4? You know, excited to see Loki Season 2? Are you excited for Avengers, the Kang Dynasty? God damn! And Avengers, you know, Secret Wars, you know, that as well. You know, excited for this. or do you think it's all too much? Or they still lost the plot, or why is nothing connecting? Blah blah blah. Tell me in the comments. Honestly, Instagram, all that fun stuff. As I always say, message me. I'm always up for a debate, and trust me, come fight me. I will honestly keep going with you the entire time. And look, guys, I also want to say yes, I know this was a big Marvel-esque episode, but honestly, looking over the past week, what happened with Comic-Con, this was the biggest news. This was the biggest news that we got, and it required an entire episode to it. There's little tidbits here and there, but nothing as big as what Marvel did. Honestly, arrive, announce the end of Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, and leave, and asking for them wanting more. So, please let me know. So, that was, God, I'm still reeling about the excitement for it. But look, guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining with me this episode. As always, I appreciate it. And I'm so happy the fact you listened all the way through and you listened to my rant from the very start to very now, even besides my little hiccups here and there. If you try to remember everything, trust me, I've written it all down, just try to remember everything on the top to make sure you guys. So I hope you guys are staying up to date. You're excited for more and what's yet to come. But, not Marvel DC related. I cannot wait for John Wick 4. I cannot wait for Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. I cannot wait for those films. So keeping it completely aside from that, there are still, non-superhero movies that I'm very, very excited for and cannot wait to see. But Sandman, the Netflix show, I'm excited to see. Okay, that could be a superhero show. But non-superhero, John Wick 4, Oppenheimer. And they've also released a tease for Oppenheimer, which if you go see Nope, it happens at the very start. Apparently, it's a small teaser, but very intense, which is shaping up. If you don't know already, Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan is shaping to have the most stellar cast of a movie I have ever seen. And you need to go check it out. Christopher Nolan is he is the man. 110%. But without further ado, guys, again, thank you very much for listening to me this episode. And as always, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.